Hey guys, it's Ian. I thought I'd just take a couple moments to update you on what's been happening. Really not a lot, but I still haven't had enough time to go out and do some shooting reviews. I'm still out of camera. I'm gonna buy a new camera, but money's tight right now, so can't really do so much on that end. But I just want to make this video to stress the importance of a get-home bag or bug-out bag. I have a get-home bag in my truck for a good reason, and this weekend I had to partially utilize it. I was headed home. I live 300 miles away from my family, or sorry, 3 hours away, 200 miles away from my family. Me and my wife do, and we had a little mishap. Lately, for the past 2 or 3 years, I've had issues with U-joints going out in my S10, which bad U-joints can lead to bad problems, which I found out this weekend. But anyways, I've had my U-joints replaced several times, and the drive shaft balanced because of it. And the last time they got done, and apparently wasn't done properly. And since then I've had some bad vibrations, and my mechanic knew it. Well, and I know what you're probably going to say, you need a new mechanic. Well, it wasn't his fault, it was the guy they sent it off to. But anyways, I was actually headed home. I was in my truck, and my wife was in her car. We were headed home so I could take it down to my mechanic, and he was going to fix some problems that were, with it. It's a 2000 S10 with 150,000 miles on it, and so S10s are notorious for breaking down past 100,000 anyways. So I was going down there to get it tuned up and get the drive shaft and U-joints and everything looked at, and brakes and the whole tune-up thing. But I got about 4 or 5 miles outside of town, and my U-joints, which were bad, they've been vibrating for I don't know how long. Probably a good 6 months since the last time I got in the shop. They've been vibrating, on and off, and increasingly getting worse. Well, the past week or so, it has gotten to the point where I didn't even want to drive around town. And instead of calling a family member up to bring up a trailer and trailer it down, I decided, I would go ahead and drive it home, thinking I would be safe. Well, got 4 or 5 miles outside of town, and the worst thing in my life so far, mechanically, and the scariest thing really happened. I was in the right lane of the interstate. It's a 4-lane, but split lanes. I was in the right lane. My wife was behind me in her car, and a car was on the left between us, coming up behind me. Started getting a really, really bad vibration, and so I knew it was going to be the U-joints and drive shaft going bad really quickly. So I started to slow down. And the interstate speed 75, so we were running 80, 82. I started to slow down and pull off on the side of the road, when all of a sudden it just felt like all hell let loose, and a box of rocks was getting dumped in my truck. It was just, almost like, it felt like I was riding on really, really deep rumble bars at, 30 to 40 miles an hour, where your whole vehicle just shakes. But I was doing 80. It just shook my truck, and the next thing I knew, I had no power left. Sparks and dust and tire shreds of what looks like flying up in the air behind me. She slammed on the brakes, I slammed on my brakes. The car passing me kept on going. Somehow missed my drive shaft going 80 some miles an hour, flying out underneath me. How they didn't hit it, I don't know. They may have actually, so I hope not, because they didn't get my information for insurance. But anyways, my drive shaft fell out. It sheared off and fell out underneath my truck at 80 miles an hour. It bent the drive shaft, so I'm gonna have to buy a new drive shaft altogether. Took my rear differential and threw it on the ground, so I'm going to have to get my rear differential is going to have to be rebuilt. And I don't know if you have any knowledge of the length of drive shafts and S10s or gas, anything like that. This section of the drive shaft was probably 3.5, 4 foot long, and to the left of it is the gas tank, and I'm going to have to get a new gas tank now because there is a indentation in the right side of the gas tank, the full length of the drive shaft. And so my 18.5 gallon gas tank is probably 16 to 15 gallons now because it's shoved up in it, and it's going to be a fun ordeal to fix it. A costly ordeal. So that's where my money is really going to go now. No, I can't. I had plans to go to a big gun show in a couple weeks and to buy a camera with money I've been saving up. But the money is now going towards my vehicle to get it repaired and then to buy a new vehicle. Fun times in the life of a working class guy. Anyways, I made this video to get past all that. I made this video as the importance of a get-home bag. In my truck, I think I shared with you before, I have the Streamlight Stinger, which is a great flashlight. It has a on, and then has high, medium, low, and then it has a strobe. This is in my truck, hardwired and mounted in my truck at all times. And I always have my get home bag. Well, we're on a major interstate here in Kansas, and semis are flying past us and everything, and they're not moving over the lanes, and I'm on the right side, and my safety was my number one concern, along with my wife's. I made her stay in the car most of the time, but having to be getting out of the vehicle and standing on the right side, you're not always going to be seen by stupid drivers. I always look ahead when I'm driving down the road, and I always move over, whether I can tell the car is abandoned or not. You always move over to the left lane or the right lane, whatever the side the vehicle's on. Get away from that vehicle because you could be hit. And that's one of my biggest fears, is getting hit by a vehicle, number one, and getting hit by a vehicle or vehicles running 80 miles an hour. And so in my get home bag, I have a yellow high vis vest. Really, for my get home bag, this is my number one thing. Unless, especially because I drive a lot of highways and interstates. That's my number one thing in my bag is my high vis vest next to water and everything. Because if I was having to walk alongside the highway or whatever, I didn't want to be seen, especially at night. And it has reflective material, the strips up and down, left and right on it. This is a Bernie or Burn brand. Here, I'll show you. It's adjustable. Has Velcro on the shoulders, Velcro in the middle, and Velcro on the sides, so you can adjust the height of it, I guess, but not really the size of it, because it's just one side. This is a medium. But this is really just to get it off quicker than having to zip it or undo the middle one. I actually had 2 state troopers pass me while I was walking anywhere. I think it was close to a mile behind my truck where I pulled it over. I had put my vest on, and I was walking back a mile to try to find my drive shaft, and I had 2 state troopers pass me and didn't even acknowledge I was there. I don't know if they didn't care or if they were on duty or off duty. I just know it's state law that here in Kansas they have, or not, I'm pretty sure it's state law, maybe it's be county laws or whatever, that they do have to pull over and see if you need any help. They didn't do it, but later on I did have a nice fellow friend trooper stop by and help us as we were loading the truck onto the trailer. So, just a quick little video, or probably 10 or 15 minute now, update on what's been happening and the excitement in my life. So thanks for watching. I'll have more coming soon. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do videos on my camera or on my phone, but it's not going to be anything high quality, high sound quality or anything. So I'm sure this video is already skipping, and the mouth, or the actions and the sound and audio or whatever, isn't sound and audio. Same thing. The video and audio are probably not matched up by this point because the Droid cameras kind of suck, even though they say HD 1080p. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next time.